Good morning. What a great weekend in sports. Not for the Michigan Wolverines, who are kind of just getting readjusted after their national championship. But man, the Detroit Lions, I'm 57 years old, and there's never, ever been a team that the Detroit Lions have put together like this. From Sheila down to Brad Holmes to Dan Campbell to Jared Goff. When we got Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford, very little people knew how good he could be. And man, he's exceeded everybody's expectations, I believe, other than maybe Brad Holmes, who was with the Rams when they had Goff. All I know is Brad Holmes has helped put together this team along with all it's a team effort with this group. There's a lot of scouts, there's a lot of consultants, they collaborate together to make the decisions. Ultimately, it's Brad Holmes that's putting together a lot of that, but everybody's involved in the input, and what a great team they are. Brian Branch gets ejected from the game because New York replay steps in, and the penalty for there was some helmet to helmet contact, so I get the flag, but I don't get the ejection. I don't get that. How can New York replay make a decision to throw him out, yet they cannot make a decision to correct a blatant interference call, which we had in against the Rams game, where Jamison Williams is going 15 yards up, cutting across at the speed that he has, and Jared Goff's very first pass of this season was an interception because Jamison Williams blatantly taken out like a cross hockey check that Darren McCarty may put on somebody. Shout out to Woodward Sports. You got to check those guys out. Woodward Sports, check them guys out. They're top notch, top notch. Um, I love the Neil uh, and Darren McCarty team. But getting back to that, he's flat out taken out. If you're going to be able to reverse or to make a judgment to eject somebody and if you look at it, his shoulder hit first. His helmet did hit, but his shoulder hit first, and he was a step or two. Um, it's the game's so fast. Um, Ideally, he'll learn from this and be able to hold back, from hitting, you know. But he's coming in there to cause some damage. Yes, and I love it actually how the team it seemed like I just had this gut feeling. And if you watch these brand new Lions long enough, you know that they didn't just come out of nowhere. They've gradually built this up. They've had a couple games in that first couple years where they were moving on up and they took a step back because they didn't bring their A game. They know every single week they have to bring their A game and they're doing it. But I had that gut feeling that when Brian Branch was kicked out of the game like that was going to tick everybody off in a good way. And they did. The offense clicked so well right after that. And the defense stepped up. They got some yards, yes, but somebody put a serious lick on Josh Jacobs, and he wasn't. I don't think he came back in the game after that. I believe it's number 90 on it. One thing they need to clean up, though, number 21, Robertson. Jack Campbell had to get in between you. You jumped up earlier in the game and almost got yourself a penalty when it's third and long and they don't complete the pass. They're gonna punt. You almost gotta you almost turn that game right there, and you can't do that. And I saw uh, Aaron Glenn get on him and point and said that's not smart. Okay. Later on, he gets a penalty for once again getting up and trash talking. Gave them basically a touchdown. Now, obviously, the Lions overcame it. We win, and in 3 weeks, we won the three games. Two of them, once against Minnesota, who thought they had were the best team in the division. It was right for them to think that. I guess they were 5-0, and they've lost two out of they lost two in a row. And I think they just won one, so I'm not sure about that them winning one, um, but and then the Lions take care of Green Bay and hear the chants of Jared Goff, Jared Goff, Jared Goff. All right, that's enough about the Lions. The Pistons pulled out a win. I was very frustrated, made a video of that, gave a plethora of ideas of what needs to change. I'm not so certain that they're out of the woods yet, but hats off to them. They won two games. I like the coach. I really like the coach. Hopefully, he doesn't get climatized by them not doing as well as they should. And if I could give one little piece of advice to um, Coach Bickerstaff, uh, I love the energy that you were demanding out of them for rebounding or for playing defense. Don't stop demanding that. These guys are likable guys, and it's easy to lighten up on people you like a little bit. No, press that foot forward. Make sure that they play defense because they can't just show up on talent alone and beat too many teams. They have to out hustle every single team that they play to have a chance to win that game. We've got some good players. Cade Cunningham's playing front. I mean, I didn't really get to see him a lot because he was injured a little bit, and of course they've had some. It's hard to tell how good he can be because he needs a little more around him. Uh, Enough about that. We've got the election coming up. I voted Friday, and I voted for Trump. He is the better of the two candidates, I strongly believe. Um, Now, with that being said, if you're a person that's uh, up in the air, wouldn't it be nice to know the truth? It's hard to tell who's telling the truth, correct? Here's a suggestion for that. When they start running to be, wanting to be and running to be uh, president and give themselves up to be a presidential candidate, each one of them has a polygraph test hooked to them with a polygraph tester, a lie detector, and the person running the polygraph machine has a microphone. Candidates have a microphone. The reporters who are asking the questions that's running the debate, they have one. So everybody in this whole process has to tell the truth. That would change everything, wouldn't it? It'd change what they'd say. And if a candidate has a promise, they have when they if they win the office, they have to carry it out, or they should be prosecuted. Don't you think? They promised something that that gave them income, that put them in a position. If they fail to do that, now I understand that there's a lot of things that a president may want to get accomplished, but then it has to pass through Senate, Congress, and all that good jazz. I don't know all the rules, but in general, that's just crazy thought. Now, if you want to take it a little further in a fun way, let's say I'm dating. I want to date, but I want to know the truth. And that person that may date me, they want to know the truth. I get 10 questions. I have them go talk to a polygraph tester. I run 10 questions that I want answered, and they can do the same for me. We both like what we say, then we go on a date. Would save a lot of time, wouldn't it? All right. All right. We're talking about truth. And in truth, I got a question for you. 2 what plus what number equals 4? If you said 2, I believe you are correct. If you said 3, you're incorrect. And 2 plus 5, is that 4? No. In truth, there's one correct answer. In non-truth, there's an infinite amount of answers. So, when we're talking about God and how to get to heaven, there's not 50 different ways to get there, folks. There's one. There's only one correct answer. In truth, there's only one correct answer. And let's find out what Jesus says in St. John chapter 14, verse 6. It says, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. I pray that you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in. Feel free to go live. I'm trying to shoot for 7:30 Mountain Time, which is 9:30 Eastern Time, as much as possible. I did a show earlier, and my cat knocked off my microphone and that. She's playing outside right now. Hopefully, she's being a good girl. And I think she got a little catnip. And anyways, but you guys have a great day. Please go out and vote. I voted Friday, like I said, and in Casper, Wyoming. I'm originally from Michigan, and I pray that Michigan votes for Trump. I'm tired of paying bad, high gas prices, being lied to, and you know, the things that are important to you. Please search the truth, and God bless you guys.